Talking women's footy presented by Visa. Our good friend Riley Foster, who was part of our New Zealand Australia Women's World Cup coverage. She's a goalkeeper, played for Liverpool, has received call-ups with the Canadian team at the U17, U20 level. And gentlemen, just before the pandemic, she also received a call-up by Bev Priestman with the senior team. She trained there. Sadly for her, and she's documented her story. You can check it all out on socials. We've talked about it before on the show a few years back. During one of their breaks, got into a horrific car accident. Lucky to be alive, but did break her neck, many things in the body where they didn't even think she'd walk again. Guys, she's back playing. She is getting minutes. So she has now parted ways with Liverpool. She's rekindled her career with Wellington Phoenix FC of the Australian A-League. Made an outstanding save on the weekend. So, I mean, just from a personal point of view, love this for Riley. Love that she's looking fantastic. I mean, guys, she couldn't even brush her own teeth, about a year ago. And now looking at her making these incredible saves. But here's the question, and I'll start with you, Jordan. Kaylin Sheridan, as we know, is the number one goalkeeper of the Canadian women's national team. And Sabrina D'Angelo right now is sitting in that number 2 spot. But do you think if Riley gets these minutes and is looking the way she's looking now, do you think that she could compete to get back in the mix behind Kaylin Sheridan?
For sure. Absolutely. I think anything's possible. I think it's still a long road. You see nice saves, the other thing that breed confidence. But when you're looking at Sabrina D'Angelo, I think she's number 2. I think we could all see that. Also, when the women played Brazil in Halifax, have a shutout performance as well. That always helps for confidence. But D'Angelo, she's 30 and had over a dozen appearances for Canada. Look at Riley Foster. It's going to take some time for her to feel more like herself and get into the squad. I will say that I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to try my best to say her name. Lucienne Proulx. I know she's French. The Montreal, the Quebecois is going to get after me. Teach me how to say the name properly, and I will try my best. She's 24 years old. That's probably something for the future. I think Riley could slip in, maybe get into that 3rd spot. But again, it's just about time. It's about doing well for club, then getting maybe acclimated again with the national team. And that's something for the long road. I wouldn't say it's something that's happening now for the next tournament, but maybe in a year's time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're busy, Ollie, in the new year as well. I mean, Bev Priestman will have some opportunity to bring her in as well if she wanted to have some different looks at goalkeepers.
Yeah, well, she was in the mix before her accident and getting national team consideration. So if she can get back to top form and be playing regularly, then why not? I think Sheridan and D'Angelo are the clear 1 and 2 right now. And D'Angelo is the one who, if anyone is going to challenge Kaylin Sheridan, it will be her. But obviously there's room for depth. And yeah, just on the personal story side of things, it's pretty extraordinary to see someone who had the injuries that she had. And, if you were following her story at the time, seeing the metal braces and everything that she was having to wear just to get back to full health. Now being a professional footballer and making saves like that is a pretty extraordinary thing.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding too, Andy, sorry, I always try to slip in there before you get, I'm like, sorry, but like you're ready to kick. But I would say also too, with Riley Foster, my understanding is that she's a person that you'd love to have in the dressing room, like a lot of vibes as well. Maybe that is something that tips the scales. Yeah, you're talking about talent and someone that's feeling that themselves, but coming in and just really, just being good with the group. That is huge for managers when you're looking at a team and your selection and windows, right? Because you don't have all that time. You maybe play 2 games, you're together for a week. You want it to be the best vibes. You want to get the most out of your group before they move on and go back to their clubs.
Yeah, Sabrina D'Angelo, by the way, I mean, does ply her trade with Arsenal, but it's not really their number 1 either, and kind of struggling for minutes there. And I know it's a topic we talk about when it's the field players and playing time and how that matters. Goalkeepers, I think maybe it's a little bit different, in particular if you're the backup. But I do wonder again if that's something Bev Priestman will just look at in general, of which keepers are just in shape and getting those minutes. And right now, Riley Foster seems to be getting them. So let's Riley, love you. It was great having her on the show. You're right, Jordan. I mean, good people. You can only imagine she was a hoot with us and what she's like in the room with her teammates.